Alright, so here we are outside, taking on probably one of the most popular chipping theories, the clock drill. Also a nice dedication to Flavor Flav. Watch Flavor Love, great reality show if you want to watch some real reality television right now. But the clock really is real simple, 6 to 12. That would be our shafted address. And then today we're really just taking on 7 to 5. Personally, I'm an arm length person, so when I think of 7 to 5, it's how far my left arm is traveling. I'm not really focused on the shaft, just my left arm. I do feel like there should be a warning for this. Don't become a robotic chipper. It doesn't mean every time we get these yardages, you're gonna go 45 degree open, 7 to 5. Like there's still a ton of feel. But these are great ways to kind of have a baseline, know how to start your day, know how far some pitches are going, and then you can build from that. I feel like a lot of people around the green, especially early in the day, they're probably worried they're not going to hit it far enough. They get this big backswing, and they're really going to hit a 40-yard pitch if they would let the club go. So they either decel or have to manipulate the face in some way. So we're just trying to find a way to know when we get started. We have a 25-yard pitch. It's not going to take more than 7 to 5 to get that type of yardage. And like I said, there's going to be situations where, if you're short-sided 25, you're going to take a bigger swing. But, let's try and make this as simple as possible to start our day. All right, so we're going to do all these shots 7 to 5. I'm going to use 2 different clubs when we start to look at our yardages. I'm going to use a 56-degree wedge and a 50-degree wedge. Like I said, all the swings I'm going to make today are 7 to 5. The only changes I'll be making are with the club address. So this would be my square face, and this is my 45-degree open face. So usually I'll have a book of yardages that I can kind of fall back on if I need them. I would say I'm starting to probably memorize a pretty good amount of them as well. But these are just yardages I have for 7 to 5. It's 56 degree, 2 different yardages, 50 degree, 2 different yardages. So that's what we'll be looking at. And so as fantastic as this clock may look, it's actually really hard to practice wearing a giant clock, believe it or not. So when it comes to mountain practice, I probably fall back more on a mirror. Let me just see if I can move this. So I drew the 12 to 6. Hopefully you can see the lines underneath. I got set to 7 to 5. And then I can just kind of look at that and replicate how far I want my left arm to travel. I would say the most shocking thing is how little energy it really does take to cover some of these yardages. And once you start to figure that out, you can make these small, subtle changes and be a lot more precise around the greens. All right, so hopefully I had some time to let all these decisions kind of sink in, decide what you want to do, get to make a lot of choices. So we'll start with 7 to 5, 56-degree wedge, shortest swing we can make. So anything less than 7 to 5 to me, you're just pushing and pulling. Like I don't feel a lot of the swinging motion. So to me, 7 to 5 is kind of where it all starts. So 15 yards, 45-degree open. Everything else is standard. And so closed space, hopefully get 20, 7 to 5. And then hopefully just using the 7 to 5, same exact 2 shots, just changing the club. Now I got a 50-degree wedge. First one will be 45 degrees open, looking for 20 yards. And then last we got 25, 50-degree closed space now. All right, so we got our 7 to 5 pitch built up. Now we're ready to go break some stuff inside our house. So 7 paces to the that bucket out in the deep horizon there. I know for me, that's close to my 7 to 5 open face, 56 degrees. So 7 to 5 open face. Ooh, never up, never in. Ooh. How'd that not go in? Alright, so should have quit while I was ahead, but hopefully this is something fun to do inside your house if you're not worried about breaking anything.